Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Southport. It is the final two games of the season and we need to get probably 3 points from the final two games of the season to basically confirm ourselves some Champions League action. We've got Arsenal, who are currently in 6th, and we've got Bournemouth, who I think are basically down the wrong end of the table. Apparently they're 13th. There you go. In between episodes, we have played just one further match. We have beaten Crystal Palace 1-0. It was not a very convincing result, and this is the problem we are having. We are scoring goals, just not a lot of goals, and we're conceding late goals as well, meaning that we're not picking up as many points as we perhaps should be doing. In the league, we are currently sat 3rd in the table. We cannot move any higher. The lowest we can go is 5th. So we need to make sure that we probably pick up 3 points, ideally 6 points from our final two games of the season, because if Spurs and Chelsea both pick up 6 points, we will drop down to 5th, and I don't want that to happen. Oh, wait. Chelsea are playing Spurs. If that's a draw, that is the best outcome we can possibly expect from that match. Without further ado then, let's jump into the first match of the episode, the 37th match of the Premier League season. Arsenal away from home, a team who we've only beaten once. Great. The starting lineup then for the Arsenal game will be Varro in goal, a back four of Granger, Hanford, Monteiro and Berchtold, midfield triangle of the usual Konate, Wang and McKennie. It's Tilger, Cornioli and Rua as our strikers today. Cornioli comes in because Saulo is playing really, really bad at the moment. He's got an average rating of a 6.58, I think, over the last 5 games, and I don't want that kind of player playing in an important game against Arsenal. I guess we need to keep an eye on what's going to happen. I think it's at White Hart Lane, isn't it? Not White Hart Lane, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Whatever that's called. I think that's who is at home in that match. I mean, I've ballsed up the start of this match already. Konate has the ball for us, running forward, finds Weston McKennie, long ball onto the right-hand side. Damien Tilger's going to hopefully get there first, controls it well, keeps going, cuts inside, keeps going, does Tilger, but File makes a fairly easy save. Words and stuff. I'm starting to think I'm not in the right frame of mind to be recording this video, but we're doing it anyway. Spurs have taken the lead. It's being played at Stamford Bridge. So Tottenham 1-0 up after 10 minutes. Cornioli to Konate. Alsane Konate is going to run forward to Weston McKennie. Across to Wang. Plays it forward. Tries to find nobody. I don't know who that was towards. Hanford to Wang. Right hand side is Berchtold. Over the top. Edgar Rua in on goal. Rua's first time shot is not the best. And it's straight into the hand of the goalkeeper once again. Tilger with a free kick on that left-hand side towards the back post. It's gone over everybody. Monteiro was there, but he heads it over the bar. File with the goal kick. So far, it has been all Southport, which is not a good thing because we've not scored yet. And all it's going to take is this counter-attack here. Holmqvist with the ball for Arsenal past the defence. Granger does a somewhat spectacular clearance, and they've already just caught up on shots on target. Still a bit of time to play in the first half. Arsenal have the ball. Henrique across to Ismail. He's probably going to go all the way back to the keeper. It's not. It's actually working its way forward slowly. Riccardi, right-hand side, finds Ryan Brewster, the former Liverpool man. Kicks it straight into Aaron Granger, the former Leicester man. Now Hanford has the ball inside his own penalty area. Forward. Finds the Swiss international Cornioli. Great control as well. Plays it into nobody. Played it into absolutely nobody. Brewster's now got the ball. Granger's there with him. Granger puts a foot out. Still, Brewster got a shot away, but it wasn't a very good effort. Still not quite at half-time. Granger to Edgar Rura. Back to Aaron Granger once again. That was a shot, wasn't it? That looked like it might have been a shot. We've got 30 seconds. File has the ball in his hands. The goalkeeper rolls it out to Mateus Henrique. Left-hand side is Terry. I know his name's Terry because I'm pretty sure he scored against us or got an assist. Jadon Sancho into the penalty area. Keeps going to Sancho. Hits it wide off the far post. It's going to be 0-0 at half-time. We started really well. And then Arsenal went, oh wait, we're better than you, so we should probably start playing football ourselves. Assertively, I'm far from pleased. That has fired everybody up. Look at these match ratings. This is the problem we're having. So you've got Granger on a 6.5. You've also got Wang, McKennie, both on 6.5s. All 3 of our attacking options as well on 6.6s. Something's not working. And I'm so bad at tactics that I don't know what to do. So we're going to do that. Do you know what? Just have some shots. Go for some long-range shots. We've been trying to work it into the box. It's clearly not worked. Just have some long-range efforts. 5 minutes into the second half. Sancho has the ball. Spurs have gone 2-0 up against Chelsea. Wang now has the ball for us, though. He's going to run it across the right-hand side and get tackled. He's been tackled. It's Nielsen forward to Holmqvist in towards the goal. And Daniel Holmqvist makes it 1-0 to Arsenal because we weren't paying attention. Not ideal. Definitely not ideal. It means if everything stays this way, we have to go to Bournemouth and hope that we better Chelsea's result. If Chelsea get a win, we have to get a win. If Chelsea draw, we have to draw. Basically, I say we have to better. We have to equal Chelsea's result. Brewster with the ball. He's been kicked over by Granger. That's a free kick. I don't know why they needed to go to VAR for that, but they did anyway. It's a free kick outside the area then. Chelsea have pulled one back against Spurs. Sancho crosses in. Birchtold heads it clear, who's picked up an injury. Varro holds on to that effort, and Chelsea have equalised, which means we've moved back up into third place. But that's not good. That might not be good, because if that stays that way and we lose against Arsenal, and we don't beat Bournemouth, we can finish fifth. Tilger, get off the pitch. Get off the pitch, Tilger. I know I've told you to take long shots, but that was absolutely horrendous. We're going to do Annabelle on. Wang is going to come off for Radinčević. Granger's going to come off. No, he's not. No, we're going to bring Birchtold off for Mendes. Sure, Mendes can play as a right winger. Actually, as well, what we're going to do, we can't do it yet because we're doing our subs. Can I, what's happened here? There we go. Right, what we're going to do, just do what you want. Do what you want. Focus play down the flanks as well, because that's where our strength is. Do we look for the overlap? I mean, is this a good idea? Dribble less? Play for set pieces. Play for set pieces. We're good at corners and free kicks. It's taken me like 12 and a half season, or nearly 13, or 12 full season, sorry, to actually start playing about with my tactics a bit more, hasn't it? Cornioli has the ball for Southport, dinks it over, finds Edgar Rura in on goal. File makes a save. It's going to be a corner. It's a free kick because Rura was offside. 10 minutes left to play. We've got the ball inside our own penalty area. Let's give them a get creative. We seem to be doing all right since my changes, and by all right, nothing's really happened apart from one highlight going our way. Mendes to Radinčević, plays it forward. Edgar Rura, edge of the penalty area, and Edgar Rura gets his 19th goal of the season. We've got 9 minutes to play of this match. We are hopefully going to steal a point from this. That is perfect. Finally, we're the team scoring a late goal. Are we going to get a late winner? We've got 5 minutes and a bit to play. Hanford has the ball to Alsane Kanate. Back to Hanford. What are we doing here? Why are we passing it all the way backwards? Varro to Monteiro. Now Kanate. Hanford again. Forward finds Cornioli. The run is being made by Granger. It's Radinčević. Granger has got so much space. Radinčević plays the ball on the ground. Rura's going to hopefully get there first. He does. He needs some support in the penalty area though. He takes a long time. Cornioli is there. He's hit the bar. Cornioli hit the bar with 5 minutes to play. That could have been the 3 points, and we would have finished third if we scored that. Injury time then is disappearing with very little happening. It is a 1-1 draw, and I think Spurs took the lead against Chelsea, which means we have dropped down to 4th place. So yes, in the 95th minute, Spurs scored their winner. Granelli with the goal, scoring a hat-trick. He's ridiculous, by the way. I think he's the top scorer in the league. So yeah, he scores himself a hat-trick, meaning that we do drop down, but we drop down on goal difference. So the final game of the season, we need to keep an eye on what Spurs are doing, because I want to finish third. I want to finish as high as possible. Who are Spurs playing? Crystal Palace. They're probably winning that one. And Chelsea are playing Watford. And then they've got the Europa League 2 final against Roma. So maybe Watford might do us a favour. We obviously have Bournemouth, who I didn't really see where Bournemouth were in the table. Where are they? They're still mid-table. They are 12th place. So they're not fighting for anything at all. Hopefully we can do over Bournemouth in a week's time. So let's go forward to that. Final game of the season then. Bournemouth at home. Manchester City have just won the Premier League as well. And amazingly, it was at Old Trafford. They beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. Basically, they are now 5 points clear, I think, of Liverpool. So they secured the title at the home of their biggest rivals, which would have definitely hurt them. So this is the fixtures then for the final game of the season. We are playing Bournemouth, as we've mentioned. We need to keep an eye on Spurs versus Palace, although I would suspect Spurs are probably going to win that because Palace are 19th place. We also need to keep an eye on Watford versus Chelsea. Chelsea are the only team that can go ahead of us who are below us. And we can technically finish in 4th place with just a solitary point, unless Chelsea win 3-0. So we've got a positive 2 goal difference on Chelsea. A draw will be enough as long as they don't overturn that goal difference. We need to win. We need to win this game. We have to try. And luckily for us, we have beaten Bournemouth fairly consistently. 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 defeat against Bournemouth. I say fairly consistently. We've beaten them 3 times out of 5. That's not as good as I was expecting. We've only played them 5 times as well. We are full strength. We are as full strength as we can possibly be. It is going to be Varro in goal, Granger, Hanford, Monteiro and Berchtold as the back four, Konate, Wang and Radinčević in the middle today with Tilga, Saulo and Rura as our strikers in this one. I say we're full strength. Monteiro, I don't know whether he's developed a lot throughout the season, but he's become my number one centre-back. Him and Hanford are my two main central defenders, which I'm happy with. It's about time the Monteiro started playing regular football for us. I'm pretty sure we played Bournemouth earlier on in the season. Might even been on camera, and Dwight McNeil scored for them in like the last minute to get an equaliser. So let's hope that we put in a much better performance this time around. Tilga with a free kick. Berchtold's there at the back post, and Saulo has put the ball into the back of the net. Is that going to count? It looks like it is. Saulo's 16th goal of the season for the left winger. We're doing our job. This is all we need to do. Make sure we do our job against Bournemouth, and it doesn't matter what happens elsewhere. And because Spurs aren't winning their game currently, we move back up into third place in the table. So I'd love it to stay this way. Free kick for Bournemouth. Back post. Hanford is there. Doesn't manage to get it. It goes over the bar from a Bournemouth player. Still 1-0 to Southport. Half an hour played, more action, possibly going our way actually. Varro has the ball inside his own penalty area, kicks it forward to Hanford. Left hand side is Granger. We're making our way forward with Saulo now. Plays it across right hand side is Damien Tilga. Lovely control from Tilga and a long range effort as well from the Argentine. Makes it 2-0, his 10th of the season. We're third, we're finishing third, and it is another season. Literally every single season we have played, we have progressed. Every single season we have played. Last season was fourth. This season's looking like it's going to be third, which means next season it's first or second. It won't be. We'll finish like sixth. Granger's throw to Edgar Rura. Back to Granger. Now Konate over the top. Rura heads the ball down back to Konate for some reason. And again is Edgar Rura. Crosses it in. Back post to Tilga. Back to Berchtold. A bit of space for the German fullback. Radinčević. He needs some options. He's found Tilga. Very professional. The door's just gone. I've paused it. Tilga still has the ball. Let's continue with this highlight. Tilga has it then. He's crossed it towards the back post, and Saulo makes it 3. I mean, the door knocking couldn't have come at a worse time, could it? It's 3-0 against Bournemouth. We are doing our job. We are picking up the 3 points. It's almost guaranteed. We just need Palace really to do us a favour. And at the moment, they kind of are. Palace don't have anything to play for, however, but they're still doing us a favour, which is good to know. Half time then, we are 3-0 up against Bournemouth. Spurs are 0-0 with Palace, and Chelsea, not that it really matters, they're losing 1-0 to Watford. Even better. No changes at half time for us, although I'm thinking we might be bringing on Jared Annabelle and Cornioli, although basically Tilga and Saulo are the 2 players that would come off for them. So maybe that's not a good idea. 65 minutes in, and we are still third in the table. We're going to do Edgar Rura off for Annabelle. Now, Annabelle is a striker and a winger, naturally, so I'm hoping that's not a problem. Radinčević as well is going to come off for Weston McKennie, because Radinčević is a little bit tired, basically. He's not played a lot of football recently due to injuries, so let's not get him injured again. Final 10 minutes, and still, Palace and Spurs are 0-0. Final 5 minutes, we are still in third place. The second half has been non-existent. Nothing has happened at all. Varro has a goal kick. We've got 3 minutes to play of the Premier League season. What are you doing, Konate? Do we want to concede a goal? McKennie down to Wang. Wang plays it back to Konate. He's going to go forward. Right hand side is Tilga. Needs the ball down. He's going to run forward with it. Keeps going, does Tilga. Across, Berchtold's got acres and acres of space. Cuts inside. The German plays it back to Konate. Back to Berchtold. Back to Konate. Back to Berchtold. Back to Konate. Back to Berchtold. Konate wants it. Or Wang. Wang has it instead. Saulo heads the ball down. Tilga is there. It's a wonderful save from Ian Syme. I know it's Ian Syme because I keep getting told to sign him because he's very good at football. I don't need another goalkeeper. Fofana with the ball for Bournemouth. 30 seconds left to play. We are still third place in the table. We just don't want Spurs to score a late goal. Bournemouth, however, they can score a late goal as long as it's only one. Full-time whistle goes. We've done our job. We've picked up the 3 points, so we've qualified for the Champions League. Guaranteed. Have we finished third? We have finished third place in the Premier League because Crystal Palace must hate Spurs. A 0-0 draw against Tottenham on the final day of the season mean they drop down to 4th. We move up into 3rd place. We've made an improvement once again. And there's the confirmation that we've qualified for the Champions League. And we've got £35 million to spend. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot of money. And it's because we've already spent £31 million of our transfer budget for next season. So that's actually not awful. I've bought a big name player. And by big name, I mean he's absolutely ridiculous in terms of ability, and he's got quite a long name as well. Well then, with the football over for the season, let's go forward to the end of season awards, just so we can see Edgar Rura and Damien Tilger pick up a load of awards. That didn't take long, literally the next day. So then, record high for Southport, that is obvious because we've never finished higher than 4th. So, team of the, overall team of the club, squad, best 11, that's what it's called. Varro is in there as he's been there for a while, hasn't he? So, Kanate comes in as that defensive midfielder. Wang and Saulo move into the squad as well. Saulo as the left winger. Wang, by the looks of it, is onto the bench. I absolutely love the fact that we've still got Paul Liao is on there as a right back. We've got Morten Jessen, Spadera still in there. Miro Butic, I feel like I hate him. Even though he was really good for us the few seasons we had him. Veladrez is still there as well. We've also got Big Bartosz Cybulski as our striker. Karamoko Kone, Saul Shotten, Big Dave, Mercado. We've also got JLP, Raul Correa as well in the overall best 11. If you put that squad at their peak in the Premier League, we would be battered. Absolutely battered. But I guess that's the beauty of the overall best 11. Wasn't expecting that. Fans Player of the Season goes to Alsane Kanate with 49%. Saulo and Tilger in 2nd and 3rd. Tilger gets himself goal of the season in the match that we've literally just played. Fair enough. Edgar Rua is the signing of the season because he did have a very good year for his first season. Kanate, Young Player of the Season. Starting 11 or Team of the Season on the right-hand side is exactly what we played in the last match, bar Monteiro and Mendes. So literally, that's exactly the same. Even the two central midfielders ran the right way. And now I see why Kanate managed to get Fans Player of the Season, because of his highest average rating. Rura got 19 goals, Tilger got 11 assists, Varro loves to pass between the central defenders, Saulo, 6 man of the match awards, Birchtold loves the yellow card, and we didn't get a single red this season. That's surprising. Right, Charlie Clapham, whoever, I don't know, you're not our owner, I don't think. What do you want us to do? You just want us to make progress off the pitch and top half? Like, we are so overperforming our expectations that they don't care. They literally do not care. They want us to actually get past the first knockout round or reach the first knockout round, so get out the groups in the Champions League, which we did this season, so hopefully we can do it again. And I'm just going to say Europa League. Europa League, I think it's being a bit unrealistic. We've literally qualified for the Champions League 2 years in a row. Top half it is then. Why? This is something that I would love to see fixed in the next Football Manager game. Realistic team expectations. If you win the league 2 years in a row, the team would expect to win it for a third season. Like, if you said that to them, they'd be happy. But for some reason, we finish 4th and then 3rd, and they turn around and go, yeah, but next season we should be finishing 8th. That's where we should be looking. Right, where do we want to go then for our training camp? We've got Hong Kong, China, USA, Singapore, and Queensland, Australia. We've got the homeland of Weston McKennie. I think we'll go there because Weston McKennie has a year left on his contract. This might be the last time we can go to the US because of Weston McKennie. We've also got Terrazaz as well. Commercials summary as well. So Wang is the highest shirt seller. Evrard in 2nd, which is a strange one to me. Tilger, Rura and Kanate round off the top 5. Everything goes up apart from broadcast revenues, which I'm not sure why the broadcast revenues go down, unless that is possibly to do with Europa League, because obviously we got to the final last season. We didn't get to the final of any European competitions this year, but that's dropped, but that's fine. Oh yes, Josh Okoye, who is our chairman, has said, we want to improve our youth level. Yes, definitely, 100%, just get on and do it. So it's going to be increased to a level 1. How are we not a level 1 already? We have so much money, £163 million we've got in the bank. How are we not just throwing that money at our facilities? So I'm not going to bother saying to do that because they're probably going to do that anyway at the end of the season. I want to do the stadium because if we look, and I know there's kind of a easy way of doing this, sort by venue. So home games, a lot of our home matches, particularly after we expanded, have been sellouts. In fact, pretty much all of them have been sellouts since we finished the expansion. So I want to make the stadium bigger again, but we can't, annoyingly. Well, I think that's probably going to do it then for this episode. The end of Season 12 is here. We finished 3rd place in the Premier League. Knockouts of the Champions League. We didn't do too well in the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. Maybe next season, that's what we kind of look at. Obviously, we will still have the Champions League next year as well. As I mentioned earlier on in the episode, I have spent a big sum of money on a new signing, hoping to bolster my midfield for next season. He's also English, which is very helpful. So yeah, next season, we probably need to be looking upwards. It's a big jump from 75 to 85 and 87 points. Hopefully, with the money that we've got, which isn't a lot of money, but hopefully we can strengthen enough and basically take that next step, which is that step that I always struggle with. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Southport. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you are new here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time for Season 13 in the Premier League. It's going to have to be the one where we go for the title. I can't believe we're going to be trying it, but we're going to have to go for the title next season. I'll see you in the next episode.